from the brand new Revolutions in Barstow. Here for the handicap division title match. Well, it's the semi-handicap division title match because this is top seed Joe Gorenser, and he's getting all of 3 pins of handicap as he's rapidly improved. He's improving himself right out of the division. Taking on Trevor Thompson, who's a 5-time JBT champ, which is a lot for a handicap bowler with us. Just won down in Simi Valley too. So on a roll right now. He's getting 24 pins. Joe has to beat Trevor by 24 to tie and 25 to win. And as it stands so far, Joe's been clean through the first 5, 96 through 5, taking on Trevor, who has yet to double and has 1 open. So he's roughly made up the handicap difference already. Continues to fill frames by covering that 10. That's the way to do it. Trevor was your number 3 seed and has rolled in the stepladder here. First match was a tie against Ethan Wolf. He won the roll-off by 1 pin and took advantage from there, beating Jeremy Cardenas in the semi with a 240 game. So on a roll right now. He's a little guy, but a lot of power. Watch this backswing go clear over his head. Takes after big brother Austin, who does basically the same thing, except Trevor likes to circle the ball even more than Austin.
How did they do that? Or how did you?
All that power saws that 5-7 over. Striking this 6th, right? Yeah, striking the 6th makes it a double in the 6th. So he closes up that gap a little bit. Joe rapidly improving. He would be in the scratch division if it wasn't for the fact that we have a points race that connects all of our tournaments season long. And he started with a plenty low enough average to be in handicap, and like we said, up to 196 now. If he happens to go over 200, he can continue to bowl handicap. He just gets 100% negative, which is a rare situation with us. You can have any age and any average in the handicap division. We had a 7-year-old girl in the title match last week in Texas. This time we got 2 of our higher average, bigger guys. Trevor unable to get the turkey there. Lane started out pretty high scoring, but as you know, after 8 games on a wood surface plus 4 more in the stepladder, the pattern's naturally going to start to deteriorate. Where there was volume, it's carried down in the middle of the lane, and where there was lower volume, the ball just insta-hooks. And unfortunately there, the ball never hooks. And slides by the 3, and it's the give and the take of that power shot. He gets more strikes, but more opens right now too. That's his 2nd of the game, and Joe's just trying to mark him to death right now. Joe, a successful high school bowler in the very good Nevada high school bowling program. He's done well in Teen Masters. Did well when Deandra brought her IAB tour out to Vegas. And now that I say so many nice things about him, he big 4s. This is why you don't want me talking about you very often. We've had 1 big 4 made in all of our webcasts. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can watch that and about 1,000 others at JBT 900 on YouTube. Kyle King made it. No shock there to anybody who knows our tour. See if Joe can be the 2nd. Nope. Good to get the count, though. You never know what's going to happen later on in this match. He's only on a spare, so didn't lose too much more. He's got 120 through 7. Which coincidentally is what Trevor has through 7. So he's going to have to make up the 24 pins he needs to make up here in the last 3 frames. Another power bowler, scratch division level power here. He's going to see the high backswing again. He's going to wait for it right there and just snap through it. The modern power game snaps that 10 pin out as well. Interesting finish here. Both bowlers know they can strike, but each one has shown a little wildness as well. We had the same thing in the scratch division. Who's going to put it together the last 3 frames? Trevor qualified a 151 up today. It was really just enough to sneak into the top 5. It was a close race between like 3rd and 8th in both divisions. Meanwhile, Joe led the first game after a 234, and he led after the last 2 games at plus 162. Crowd called it to push. They were right, it needed to. Looks like kind of a fine line right there right now. If you get it in too much, it just pushes too far. And we've seen numerous times if you get it right too early, it's going to crash through the nose. If there's one thing that Trevor's still learning, it's more of his mental game than his physical game. When he gets angry at himself, it can fall apart quickly on him. Didn't let that happen to him in Simi Valley last month, and that's why he won that tournament. So we'll see if he can keep his cool right here in these critical 9th and 10th frames. Leads by 24, so spares are fine. That puts all the pressure on Joe. Great time, great turnout for our first visit here to Barstow. Paula and Ed and the whole crew, they did a great job. I'm not just saying that because she's holding the mic for me right now. Oh, another good shot. Trevor should be holding his chin high there, not going, oh, why didn't I carry that? Who cares? Get your mark, spare him to death. Two Cardenazes from Vegas made the step ladder today. Sorrell finishing 5th and Jeremy 3rd, like we mentioned. Elects to hook it at the 4-pin. All right. Two good frames from Trevor. Let's see what Joe can do here in his 9th strike. Working this, obviously the key shot in the match. It'd be really tough for him to win if he doesn't get this hit here. Same thing happened to Brendan Thomas in the scratch title match, essentially playing the same lines. They're trying to do that fall back to the pocket. Falls back just a little bit too much, not enough energy to carry that 10-pin out, and Joe is in heaps of trouble. But you never know what you're going to get against another handicap bowler spot. Now, what I was trying to say was you never know what Trevor's going to do, so fill your frame anyway. Instead, I looked a little frustration action going on there, and just whiffs it by a mile. That's going to wrap things up. Best he can do is 178, giving 24. Trevor's essentially has to not start to cuss at me and kick things, and if he can avoid that, he's going to win the title. So if he does, that'll be his 6th win. I'm going to have to go back in the record book, so what our all-time handicap titles record is. You know, Chris George had a lot of handicap wins. Cameron Peck, who's still one handicap, did too. 6 is a lot, but they travel a lot too. Trevor has made top 5s in California, Arizona, Nevada, and New Mexico over his career. Oh, there they all go. Now let's see here, just to be sure, 178 was the max. Trevor's big double gutters, what is that, 149? Plus 24 is 173. Yeah, he's going to need a couple sticks. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he gets a couple sticks. Well, nice looking 10th for Joe. That's a little consolation for him right there, as he's disappointed in himself. You know, you never know what Trevor would have done under pressure here in the 10th frame, but if Trevor pulls off like a 5-2 or something like that, you got to go back and look at that missed 10 in the 9th from Joe. Match play competition, it doesn't matter if you're shooting 170, look over in the scratch match. However, Thompson splits the 8-9 with a beautiful shot in the 10th and locks it up. So Trevor wins his 6th career title. And Joe's going to have to settle for runner-up today, but they'll both be back at it again tomorrow. New tournament, new pattern, new format. Be sure to watch all of our other videos at JBT 900 at YouTube. There's a couple thousand of them. Thanks again to Paula for doing the live stream here. I'm sure we're going to try it again tomorrow, yeah? Oh, yeah. Do not let that size deceive you. That is a heck of a bowler in that small package down there. Congrats, Trevor. See you tomorrow.